We start with the top focus today. Over 40 Israeli viewers have been killed, 750 injured in Hamas attacks. Reports suggest that 161 people have been killed in Israeli strikes on Gaza. Now, Israel has declared a state of national emergency as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declares that the country is at war. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi, in his first statement, has condemned the attack on Israel and said that India stands with Israel in this difficult time. And also in another update that we're getting in, firefighters are currently operating to put out dozens of fires in the area struck by Hamas rocket fire. Meanwhile, Turkey's Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called on the Israelis and Palestinians to act with what he calls, quote-unquote, restraint. After this attack.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה, לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה. הבוקר חמאס פתח במתקפת פתע רצחני נגד מדינת ישראל ונגד אזרחיה. אנחנו בתוך זה משעות הבוקר המוקדמות. כינסתי את ראשי מערכת הביטחון, הנחיתי קודם כל לטהר את היישובים מהמחבלים שחדרו פנימה. הפעולה הזאת מתבצעת בשעות הללו. במקביל הוריתי לבצע גיוס מילואים נרחב ולהשיב מלחמה שערה בעוצמה ובהיקף שהאויב לא הכיר. האויב ישלם מחיר שהוא לא ידע כמותו. אני קורא בינתיים לכל אזרחי ישראל להישמע בקפדנות להנחיות הצבא, להנחיות פיקוד העורף. אנחנו במלחמה ואנחנו ננצח בה.
חמאס עשה טעות חמורה הבוקר, הוא פתח במלחמה כנגד מדינת ישראל. חיילי צה"ל נלחמים בכל נקודות החדירה כנגד האויב. אני קורא לאזרחים להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף ולבצע אותם כלשונן. מדינת ישראל תנצח במלחמה הזאת.
And Republic TV getting you all the latest updates first and also a ground zero look at the situation. Let's take a look at this report filed by an Israeli journalist from the Gaza Strip.
All right, we have Afishag Avinoam, who is an Israeli journalist, joining us from near Gaza. Avishag, if you could just show us around to what the situation is like. I'm not too sure if you can hear me at this point, but if you can, Avishag, how tensed is the situation? Israel has launched a large-scale operation, Iron Swords, against the Hamas group and Palestinians. How exactly are they combating this ambush?
So Israel is completely caught under surprise. This is something we did not predict will happen during a weekend and a holiday here in Israel. We woke up 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 6 a.m. in the morning, to the sounds of sirens and rockets bombing in the skies, intercepted by the Iron Dome. We woke up to that, and we keep on getting rockets from Hamas constantly throughout the morning and throughout the latest hours. I'm going to show you right now. We had a direct hit right outside my house. You can see the smoke over there coming from that house. You had a direct hit over there and a direct hit over there. And as you can see in the sky, you see the rockets. You see the lines of the rockets that were fired towards my area. In the latest hour. This is only from now, but we had a horror movie, literally a horror movie, for the past 6 hours. Not only that they are firing rockets towards Israeli civilians, communities, and cities all across southern and central Israel, they also infiltrated. They broke the border with Gaza and Israel, and they infiltrated to Israeli territory. Many people, including my friend who is living right near Gaza in a very small community, she's hearing gunshots. Families were attacked and were massacred in their houses during a Shabbat, during a weekend, during a holiday, while everybody's gathering together to celebrate. Also, there were reports coming from southern Israel of a big party happened in the nature, and they shot many people there. It's not yet confirmed, but I got some footages from the scene, which looks like a horror movie. Just killing people who gather to have fun and party during the holiday. It's cruelty beyond borders. You cannot even imagine that. So you can also see in the streets Hamas terrorists. They're just shooting everyone that is out there on the street. That's why I'm in my house right now. I'm not able to go out. There is no permission. Everybody must stay in safe places. So the moment I hear the siren, I must run to my safe room, which almost in every house in Israel you have that because of the rockets. So it's very frightening. And I'm here with my family, with my brother, with his 2 children, very young children. They don't know what's happening. So it's very scary. We don't know where they are, where they can be, because many of them came inside to Israel. As far as I know, they're reported for 22 deaths of Israeli citizens and over 250 wounded. So it's a very large scale because Israel knows how to defend itself. And now they caught us by surprise. So it's very, very surprising, very tragic, very horrific to many Israelis all over Israel.
Right, you talked about how they've taken you by surprise. Can we say here that, Israel has been caught unprepared because, there has been tensions brewing already. But of course, no one might have expected 5,000 rockets being fired. But don't you think there has been a failure in terms of the intel or the preparedness in terms of security?
Yes, for sure. Guarantee. Everybody are pissed. Everybody are mad. This should not have happened. Israel known for its very high and excellent intelligence. And what happened today, it's a failure. Same as Yom Kippur failure, Yom Kippur war. The same. How can they break the border and go to the houses of people, celebrating a holiday, gathering together, going to party, and shooting people like they're nothing? How is that possible? Everybody are shocked. Everybody are stunned. There is a failure, a big failure in the system that should be checked further on. And there is a big criticism, I can tell you that, from the last few hours, big criticism on the government on how they should act and how they should have prepared the army and the citizens in cases like that.
Right, Avishag, I know you are, of course, really a dangerous situation out there. But can you, if it's possible, please, can you just show us around what the visuals from outside the window, if you can show us what's really happening?
Yes.
If you can just pan your camera outside, you can use your the other camera, the rear camera.
Yes,
if you could just show us the situation on ground.
I'm in the balcony right now. Yeah, I'm in the balcony, and as you can see, there's no one on the streets, maybe a few cars, but nobody. It's supposed to be a holiday, and the street should be roamed with people going to the beach. I live right next to the beach, and as you can see over there, there is smoke from the house that was directly hit by a rocket. And I showed you before, but it was gone. There was the lines in the skies of the rockets. There is another line over here that you can see, and as you can see over there, there was a. Let's go to the other side. And as you can see, the route of the rocket, how it went there, and it probably exploded over there by Iron Dome, thank God, and was not landed on open space. And as you can see over there, there was also a house that was hit directly. There is smoke. I don't know if you can see that. It's right where my finger points. But now everything is very, very. It's very silent, It doesn't look like a holiday. It looks like a deserted city. That's how it looks like. Everybody locked in their houses, afraid. In the city of Sderot, by the way, over there you can also see smoke from another house that was hit. So, one second. In the city of Sderot, the Hamas entered the city of Sderot, a group of them, and I would be able to send you footages of them just shooting across the street, opening the doors of people. People are going to the top of the roof of the buildings to take their videos because they are so. It's like a movie. It's like you're in a movie right now, and you don't know how to handle that. And that's, that it's really shocking and devastating. And I have no other words to describe it, but a big, big failure of the government right now that we are seeing right now, and the people of Israel experiencing.
Right. What do we really expect from here? Because this is something that is, an unprecedented escalation of this entire conflict between Israel and Palestine. Of course, we've seen tensions forever in the Gaza Strip. And of course, the Hamas group has been launching airstrikes. And of course, Israel, the counter has also been going on. But from here, since it has been declared as a war, a state of war, how do you see this? What do you see right now happening between the two? Because we've seen how it affects the world order. We've seen what happened with Russia, Ukraine. Of course, we're not trying to compare the situation here. But if you see what impact could this have? And, from the Israeli point of view, how do you see this? How do you see the other countries as far as the international politics is concerned? How they will be, supporting or not supporting? What do you see from here, or what do you expect from here?
Okay, so first of all, we have an international recognition that we allow and should protect ourselves as a country, as a sovereign country. So thank God for that. Second thing, when Israel attacks back, okay, that's the only thing that is problematic from an Israeli point of view. When Israel attack back, unfortunately, we have to do that. We have to target the terrorists, the Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorists, which are located and sits within civilian population. So it makes it even harder for us to protect ourselves, and even harder for us not to hurt innocent civilians, which we obviously don't want to, because otherwise we get the international backlash that we get all the time once we are protecting ourselves. Now, it's very, very important that the people around the world need to understand that no other country in the world, no other country would tolerate a terror organization right next to its border, threatening its citizens on a daily basis. And every few months you have rockets fires towards us. And now they infiltrated us and massacre. What happened today, it's actually a massacre. It's a massacre, simple as that. Enter into people's houses and shoot them to death like dogs. This is a massacre. So the people in the world must understand and realize that their country would not tolerate that. So also Israel will not tolerate that. And if it means shooting towards civilian population, and of course Israel does everything possible to avoid casualties, innocent casualties, if it's sending flyers from the air, from the helicopter, from the aircraft before shooting, sending flyers in Arabic, please evacuate the building, we are going to bomb it, or calling them, because we do have this intelligence to call them, to have their phone numbers. So we do everything possible in order for them to be safe, the innocent people. But if we know there is a rocket garage inside of a building full of rockets aiming to be shot towards Israel, Israel must bomb this building. Must. There is no other question. We must protect ourselves. If we will not protect ourselves, it will give legitimization and encouragement to terror groups around the world. If it's Hezbollah, if it's ISIS, if it's Taliban, if it's any other terror organization, it will give legitimization to keep doing what they're doing, which is use their own people as a human shield. and we must stop that. This is something that has to be stopped because it's sick. It's not human to do that. You want to attack Israel? Okay, attack Israel. But why you are using your own civilians as human shields? Why do you want them dead so the rest of the world will come to Israel with accusations? Why do you want to do that? To put your families, your nation under threat, under danger? Only that Israel will come out as the villain. This is their way of thinking. And if we give legitimization to this way of thinking, it's not going to be good, not only for Israel, for the rest of the world.
Right. What we're learning is that at least there have been 22 killed. At least 22 have been killed up until now in this massive attack. And,
Yes.
the emergency situation is going on. There is, of course, a state of war that has been declared. Tell us more about the situation and, what are the emergency measures that have been taken by the authorities, and how are the people, especially the women and children, how are they being sheltered, and what all measures are being taken so as to keep the security in place of those civilians in Israel and, of course, the affected area?
So as far as we know, Israel called to many retired soldiers to join again to the forces and send special security forces to the attacked cities, which we know there is terrorists there roaming the streets. As far as I know from my friends around the area, that they hearing gunshots on the streets, and they are very scared. They locked in their houses. Hopefully, it's between the IDF and the police to the terrorists, and not the terrorists shooting citizens. Right now, we can't really tell, because I told you they caught us during the weekend and during a holiday. So many systems were not alert and prepared for that. So we don't have the exact information of what's going on right now in the streets. The top guidance is to stay at home, stay in safe places. Anytime you hear a siren of a rocket, go into the safe place, the safe room that you have in the house, and stay there for 10 minutes. This is what we know so far right now. Besides of that, I don't have any information to hand you right at the moment.